Good. Skating, which is great. I mean, he kind of handling pucks, doing things like that, but still a ways away. But it's nice that he can continue to skate and keep his legs. So hopefully, a little bit, doing a little bit more each day, each week. So I haven't really talked to Suze about when she expects, but I would say, a couple more weeks, 2 to 3 weeks probably for sure.
Omaha this weekend, obviously, last time you saw them, it was all power play goals for them. But I know that you've been happy with your kill for the most part since that weekend.
Well, the interesting thing, we won 2 games there, and I don't think we played our best hockey. Obviously, we did give up a lot of power play goals to them, but some of it was details. But I think right now, Bruce, I think our penalty kill, I mean, we've kind of looked at it here the last month or so. It's been masked a little bit by good goaltending, and I think we've got to get back to some things on the PK to get us better. I think we got away from some things. Tried to work on some of those things this week, again today, and hopefully make us a little bit better down the stretch here, because it's going to be important. But I think there's been a lot of good things, but I think we're getting away from some of the little detail things and some of the basic things that we got to do better to be able to kill penalties, and can't just strictly rely on Hunter or goaltending to pull us through. I mean, that's a big part of it, but we've got to do some things better.
Friday and Saturday were the 8th and 9th times this year that you've won when giving up the first goal. I know that you want to see better starts to games. What do you need to see from your team to make that happen?
Great question. We're trying to figure that out. Thought we had 2 good starts in North Dakota, and then we came back, and I didn't think, the start Friday against Minnesota was okay. I thought Saturday was not very good at all, and we were pretty fortunate, I think, to be get out of the first period down 1-0. St. Cloud played very well, so I'm not taking anything away from them. But we were, for whatever reason, we weren't at the emotional level or intensity level that you need to be at, especially for a championship game. But the good thing is we woke up and decided to play better. And but those are things that need to get corrected for sure. I'm not expecting our guys to start great every game. I'd like to have that, but we need to be better than we were. And we need to be a lot more consistent with our starts, especially the first 5-10 minutes of a game.
Scott, because your guys' ability to fight back from those slow starts, does that lessen the concern at all, or is it still a major concern for you?
I've been around a long time, Matt, and I wouldn't say it lessens the concern at all. I think you're playing with fire when you continue to do that, and teams get better, and you're going to find yourselves, you get behind too much, sometimes those hills are too big to climb, and I know our guys believe they can do it, and we've shown a lot of resiliency over the year in different games, just like we did last weekend, getting down a goal, but I don't think it's something you want to continue to have happen, because you never know. You can believe you can do it, but you can run into a great goaltender, you don't get a bounce, you don't get that. We saw that a little bit against Colorado College here too, when their goalie played great, and you just don't know. And you're going to get behind in games. You can have great starts and still get behind, but it's how you're playing. I think that's such a big part. And I'll go back to the Saturday St. Cloud. We played really well, came out of the gate, got an early lead. They came out better in the second. We still got a goal, but then they got the 3 in a row to tie it. But I felt good about going into the third period because of the way we played in the first 6 or 20 minutes of the game. So it's all relative sometimes, but we can be better. We got to find ways to be better, and that's certainly a point of emphasis here.
Scott, this team's ability to block shots and block them in big situations. I thought shot blocking was huge in the second period against St. Cloud. What have you seen out of this team's willingness to lay their bodies on the line and block shots?
Well, I guess when I played it, whenever you block shot, I felt like I was out of position. But no, it's just part of the game. Certainly on the penalty kill, we've talked about that before, how guys are sacrificed, especially our defensemen. They're kind of that last line sometimes, and it was nice to see some forwards last weekend do that. But again, I think our point coverage in the defensive zone, I think we need to continue to do a better job of getting in shot lanes, not necessarily always having the huge blocks, but a lot of pucks get through, and what that does is create a lot of problems at the net. And Omaha is one of the best teams at getting pucks to the net, 5-on-5 power play. So we've got to have guys getting in lanes, letting pucks hit them, and we need to be better at that. But it was nice to see. I mean, anytime your guys are sacrificing their body and coming up with big blocks, it's a huge lift on the bench. It's no different than scoring a goal or making a big play. So those are little things that really uplift the bench and give you a boost.
You had mentioned, we saw, this weekend forwards willing, Jared Thomas laid out I remember a big one in there, willing to block a shot. Does that kind of speak to what lengths some of these guys on this team are willing to go through this season to where they want to get to?
I mean, you're all in this together, and everyone has to sacrifice and make some sacrifices, whether it's with their body or whatever it is, to win hockey games. And if you're in that position, you're going to have to eat pucks. It's never fun. That's just one area. Sometimes you got to take a big hit to make a play. Sometimes you got to back check when you're dog tired. There's lots of little things in the game that go a long way to winning. And since we're talking about shot blocking, everyone needs to do it. And some guys are better at it. Some guys are more willing. But if you get some of your best players doing it, everyone seems to follow. So it's a big part of the game.
He's in a unique situation this week. You say anything to him, or is it just another series?
I haven't brought anything up to him. I mean, that's stuff for you guys to bring up. For him, it's another game of the Bulldogs, and obviously, if I tell him anything, there's no friends. I don't care how good of friends you are with him. When you step on the ice, it's your opponents, and he needs to play that way. So it's probably hard. There's a lot of mixed feelings, but I haven't talked to him about it all.
Scott, what steps have you guys taken on the penalty kill since that last Omaha series where they put up a lot of power play goals?
Well, I just answered that earlier when you were gone, but I think there's been some good things, but I think we've gotten away from some of the little detailed things and some of the basic things that we need to do better. So we've worked on it here this week a little bit, and hopefully through video and doing some reminders and some things on the ice that we can be better. And even if and I told our guys today, even if you do things the right way, doesn't mean you're going to stop everything. But obviously goaltending's been a big part of that. I think it's masked through some of those things. I think Hunter's played great, but it can't just all be him. We have to do a little bit more, and whether it's clears, whether it's better up ice pressure with forechecks, better communication, a lot of little things, just stick detail, angles. I can go on and on, but it's a lot of little things that I think we're either cheating on or getting away from that you need to do to be successful.
Since then, are you finding guys it seems like if you guys give up an early power play goal, you guys don't give up another one the rest of the night. It seems like guys are quick learners and know how to correct things. Or maybe there's something coming from you guys on the bench.
It's kind of like our team. Well, I mean, obviously, the one against Minnesota was just on their first shift off a rush, and we just, didn't make good decisions. So it was make some adjustments and get us back to doing what we were supposed to be doing, and it seemed to help. But yeah, you're going to make adjustments. Teams are going to do some different things, but your structure has to stay with what your plan is. And if you get away from that, or you start deviating from that, sometimes you can get lucky and get away with it. Sometimes you can't. So it's kind of like the power play. The plays are in place. We just got to execute them. And if you don't execute them, you're not going to have success. So it's just like everything. They all go hand in hand.